Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we are on the snowy, cold planet of Hoth, and I'm going to be doing a Rebel Alliance faction preview, just like I did for the Empire. You guys seem to really enjoy that, so hopefully this one will be interesting too. I know the Rebel units don't look not even close to as cool as the Empire units, but hopefully at least the stats and stuff will be interesting. And at least they have Luke. I always kind of liked Luke Skywalker. So, let's start off with him, the hero of the story. So, him and his General's Bodyguard, 20 attack, 30 defense, 8 hit points, very solid General's Bodyguard. Not really any special abilities. He's not fast moving. Yeah. I mean, pretty good, but kind of disappointing ability. Then we have the standard Rebel Troopers. I hate how they look. I hate these helmets. So let's see what the stats look like. I guess they're okay. They have pretty high defense, which I don't know why. Look how exposed their faces and hands are. 9 missile attack, 19 defense, 1 hit point. They're okay. Then we have the Twi'lek or Twi'lek. I'm not sure how they're pronounced. Are they all women? That'd be funny. It's like they only wanted to hire the dancers that they have in all those cantinas. So 8 missile attack, 19 missile attack, 22 defense. Oh, but they're fast moving, and that could be really useful in flanking the enemy. But yeah, higher defense than the Rebel Troopers, which is interesting. Then we have the Rebel Pilots, who look like they're lost. They're not in their ships, but surprisingly they're able to hold their own. 5 melee attack, 12 missile attack, 18 defense, 1 hit point. So better than you'd expect. And then we have the only troops that are actually dressed properly for this planet, the Hoth Troopers, the troopers that are adapted and have the proper equipment for the cold. 12 missile attack, 18 defense, but no special ability. Let me also just change something in the audio settings. They're being a little bit too loud. The mod got updated recently, so some of those settings got reset. But because it got updated, I can finally do the campaign very soon. Anyway, this is the Rebel Bodyguard, and as you can see, they're holding sniper rifles, so they have the long-range missiles trait. So that is very good. And also 6 melee attack, 17 missile attack, 18 defense. Defense is a bit low for a bodyguard unit, but I guess because they're snipers, they're kind of light. And then the Rebel Marksman, they have the same character model and very similar stats. 5 melee attack, 16 missile attack, 18 defense, also long range missiles. So a tiny bit weaker than a tiny bit weaker variant of the bodyguard unit. Then we have the Town, I think they're called, Hoth Troopers. They're basically mounted, so they're kind of like, yeah, they're labeled as missile cavalry. 3 melee attack, 16 missile attack, 15 defense, and only 1 hit point. That's surprising considering they're riding a very durable animal. They have the long range missiles, which is actually a very OP combo combined with the fact that they're cavalry, so that's really solid. Then we have mostly vehicles and ships left, and the first one's going to be this tank. Kind of reminds me of a Soviet tank, maybe just because of the coloring. The T-4B heavy tank. 5 melee attack, 22 missile attack, and 19 defense. And wow, it actually has much more useful special abilities. Has a special attack, I don't know what that would look like. Bonus against cavalry, meaning against other vehicles and ships. Very long range missiles, so not only is it long range missile, it's very long, so it goes even further than the sniper unit that we looked at, and they scare nearby enemies. So this is actually a really solid unit. Next up, we'll be looking at some ships. The first one being this one. Here it is. The Corellian Corvette. Has pretty good stats, actually. 45 missile attack, 50 defense, 9 hit points. Has a special attack. Bonus versus elephants and chariots. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I guess maybe other ships. Very long-range missiles, and they scare nearby enemy. Excellent morale, so really, really, really good ship. And it's only 430, surprisingly cheap considering how good the stats are. Then we have this thing that's right next to it. Maybe I can move it a little so you can see it better. And it's kind of interesting looking. I do remember it from the ships. I think this is where Luke was getting medical treatment after he lost his arm or hand. So really good stats as well. 49 missile attack, 54 defense, 9 hit points, special attack, again the same bonus versus elephants and chariots, very long range missiles, and it scares nearby enemy units. Then we have this thing, which I think is supposed to be a transport. No, it's not a transport ship. I think this is supposed to be the Alliance. No, okay, that's a transport ship. So this shouldn't be that good, but apparently it is. 47 missile attack, 52 defense, 9 hit points. Has a special attack, same trait, bonus versus elephants and chariots, very long range missiles, and it scares nearby enemy. Kind of odd for something that's labeled as a transport ship. And then we have the Millennium Falcon itself. And this is actually a really good model. It looks higher res than the previous ships. Look at that. Looks pretty good. Pretty solid. What are the stats on it? So, it's a little bit weaker because I guess it's a smaller ship. 35 missile attack, 29 defense. Special attack, all the same stuff. Bonus versus elephants and chariots, very long range missiles, and scare nearby. It's kind of disappointing, and it's more expensive than those previous ships, despite being weaker. So I don't know. That's a bit odd. I hope that maybe gets changed eventually. So next up we have the X-Wing Starfighter. 18 missile attack, 22 total defense, special attack, same thing, bonus versus elephants and chariots, long range missiles, scare nearby enemy, and it has 2 hit points. Very cheap also, considering how good it is. Then we have the, okay, so this one is the bomber variant. Looks the same. Maybe the coloring's a little bit different. But the X-Wing Starfighter Bomber, the bomber variant, very similar stuff, special attack, but a big difference is the missile attack is way higher. Defense is the same, also seems to be a tiny bit more durable with 3 hit points. And also the non-bomber, the regular Starfighter, it has long-range missiles, but of course a bomber unit has to drop bombs nearby, so it doesn't have that. Then we have another unit that's actually fitting for Hoth, the Snow Speeder. 5 melee attack, 14 missile attack, 12 defense, 2 hit points, special attack, long range, blah blah blah, all that stuff's the same. Then we have the Rebel Speeder Scouts with scooters. They should be on Endor, not here. Let's take a look. 9 melee attack, 12 missile attack, 9 defense. Pretty weak. Long range missiles, makes sense. They have sniper rifles, and they're fast moving. I think it being fast moving is really what makes this unit useful. You can use it for flanking. Then we have, this is a bit odd. It's a AT-ST, so I guess it's one that has been stolen from the Empire. Kind of surprising that the Alliance can recruit it. 6 melee attack, 16 missile attack, 15 defense. Has a special attack, bonus against cavalry, scare nearby unit. I think maybe it's part of the option for the Alliance, because I think in episode 6 they managed to steal one of them, so maybe that's supposed to represent that. Then we have some Ewoks, tiny little Ewoks. Oh, you can actually hear them mumbling, that's funny. That's cute. So the Ewok slingshots, they, as you'd expect, they're pretty weak. Now, for recruitment cost, it says varies, but I would assume that they would be very, very cheap. So to make up for the fact that their stats are bad. So yeah, 10 melee attack, 10 missile attack, 12 defense. But they can hide in woods really well. They get a bonus in woods, and at least they're fast moving, so that could be very useful for flanking. And then last but not least, we have the Wookiees. This is actually a pretty good model. Yeah, surprisingly. So the Wookiees, really good stats actually. 24 melee attack, 22 missile attack, 23 defense, 2 hit points. Most infantry units only have 1 hit point, so this can really make a difference in a battle. And unfortunately, we don't have the recruitment cost. It would be interesting to see what it would be. They also get a combat bonus in woods, long-range missiles. Wow, Wookiees, they have really good stats. And yeah, the rest is like the same. Can't hide, very good stamina. So that's about it. We looked at all the different units. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And next up, I'm gonna do part 1 of the Imperial campaign as the Empire. I always prefer the Empire because of the aesthetics and visuals. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. If not tomorrow, maybe in 2 days. Depends on how stable the mod is. I heard it can sometimes crash if you're not careful, but I'm gonna, as long as I save right before every battle, should be fine. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. Helps the channel, and I'll see you guys in the Imperial campaign.